How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is the post episode, what was it, 13? We've done so many episodes now. Post episode 13, number 5, and I just realized that it is mislabeled in the stream. Let me try and relabel that. This is the 5th episode past post episode 13. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day so far. Alright, I was able to rename it. Sweet. Let's see, just doing some last minute checks before we get rolling. Gonna wait a few minutes to see how many people join us here. Jody, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's play some good farm simulator. Absolutely. 100% on board with that plan. Alright, let's move the equipment. There we go. So Jody, I saw that you messaged me back, but I didn't get a chance to read it. But like I said, hope you and the missus are having a fantastic day so far. Let's see, we are popping that out, switching to live chat, and minimizing. Perfect. So, as you can see, we have fast forwarded in time. We are now at 10 o'clock in the morning where we last left off. Paul Barron, hey, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Like I said, we're just going to wait a few minutes. We have fast forwarded in time. We're now in December. It is snowing. It is going to make things a little bit interesting when trying to cut down all the trees and leaving stumps behind. We might miss a few stumps here and there, but that's okay. But you can see, look at how much progress we made. There were trees right where I was standing, right here, all the way up into the containers, all the way up to that grass line, really. And that's what we've cleared out. We have gotten so much done over the past couple of what do you got to do? Well, I mean, we got to keep farming. We got to keep cutting down all these trees and get this field up and running, because that's going to be critical come next harvest season. What I'm hoping to get is, let's see, I'm hoping to be able to have this all cleared out by March, so that way I can catch this kind of beginning planting cycle that we have coming on, because we got the wheat, barley, canola, and oats all being able to be planted in early March. So that's what I'm hoping, and then I think it's not until September when they would be ready to harvest. I'm not 100% certain about that, but we'll see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Cutting down the trees on the Rainy Woods map. Nice. Did you start a new save for the new update that they did, so you have access to the new products, or are you just holding off and skipping it for right now? Let's see, and it is now 2:18. We'll go ahead and get rocking and rolling. First, before we get to cutting down things, I wanted to show just a little bit of time passage, what that created for us. So, starting over here, we have 3,890 liters tucked away in here, but we have no wood chips or wood, no pellets, no pellet pellets, because they're all getting absorbed here. As we can see, this is almost looks halfway full, because it is almost 100,000 liters of pellets tucked away in this. That's awesome. Over here, 282 liters of wood, so this has gone down significantly, and it's all tucked away in here. Wood chips, 483,000. I'm sorry, wood, 483,000. Wood chips, 494,000. Furniture, 31,000, almost 32. And pellets, 27,000 liters of pellets. We are, whoo! So you figure we have over 127,000 liters of pellets right now. 127,000 liters. That's pretty good. Plus we have all these furniture that's tucked away over here. So we got 5,000 liters here. We got another 4,000 liters here. So that's 9,000. plus the 31,000. So we got about 40,000 liters of furniture right now. We are, wow, 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 wow. We've got product squirreled away for a while. Jody says, I turn off the clock calendar, or I turn the clock calendar off so I can plant what I want. Yes, that is a nice little feature. I do like that they added that in. And I've considered it a time or two doing it for my Let's Play series and whatnot, but I don't know. It's one of those that I have a hard time letting it go. I don't know why. And yes, I had to start a new save game. Okay, okay. Well, at least now you have access to all the new products and whatnot, so that's really cool. I think at this point, what I'm gonna do. Oh, no, we'll leave that over there for right now. That's fine. That is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down some trees, take them over, and load them into that facility over to the left there. So that way it'll start producing more pellets and just keep chugging along. We're going to need the little Valtra here. And now that we're in the daylight, I don't have to run all my lights and stuff. I can just use the equipment as needed. So let's do, I'm going to cut this tree down. Jay says trying to clear out a big area on the map. Nice, nice. That's awesome. What's your plans for it after you get it all cleared out? You gonna build some fields, a farm? What are you gonna do? Let's see if this little tractor can handle 3 full-sized trees. There we go. So I'm going to try and line these up as best as I can because they are way off. The stump got in my way. There we go. There we go. Now, yes. Now we got it. Now we got all 3 of those trees. Oh, oh, oh. Stop. There's so much weight over the rear of this tractor that it just makes it want to spin all over the place. But as soon as I get some weight on the front, it bites like nobody's business. It works really well. So a little bit of slipping and sliding, you know, early on, but then, oh, so 3 trees might be the limit before we get too much weight over the front axle. There it goes. 6,500 liters, and it's starting to produce pellets again. That's awesome. So I think we need, what, 2 more trees after that, maybe? Let's see. Joey says I'll send some pictures of progress map. Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely. Send me some pictures. I'd love to see what you got going there. I tell you what, Joey, I absolutely loved that sign that you sent me, the BDD Gaming sign that you had on the map. I was hysterically laughing. I showed my wife that, and she's like, "Oh, that's so cool." So yeah, I was really tickled pink when I saw that. Oh, there it is. How big is that field going to be? So this field is going to be this whole forestry area. So I'm going to try and border it because we've got like the bushes that are right here along the roadway. I think I'm going to make an entrance for this field like somewhere around here where the farm is, and then we can enter here, get to the field, but it's going to be pretty much every bit of where you see all these kind of green bushes, or not bushes, but all these green speckles along the map, because this whole area is forestry here. I think I'm going to tidy up a bit and add some more bushes along the route, maybe even some cobblestone uh, fencing and stuff as kind of a decorative piece, but that's going to be like later on kind of stuff once everything kind of clears out and I can kind of get a better visual of how things are going to look. Like I think I'm going to have the bushes, because there's a bunch of bushes over by the road over in that direction. I might extend them all the way down to the sawmill area over here, so that way it kind of, you know, forces you into that area. I might even put the bushes kind of all the way around this whole area to kind of enclose it off. But for right now, this is fine. Alright, how is that looking so far? Right there. Oh, we still got plenty of room. Plenty of room. I'm gonna be Jody says gonna make some big fields. Nice. That's awesome. It's cool every once in a while to make those really big fields. Like I made that one large field in Hills of Tuscany, and it was absolutely massive. I used it as a massive grass field, and it was just really a lot of fun doing. Like cutting down all the trees in that on that map and making that big honking grass field. Just all the silage that we got from it was incredible. Absolutely insane. Like I said, I think I'm going to do some kind of... Ooh, ooh, ooh. I thought that was going to land right on my tractor. I'm going to do some kind of wheat, barley, something like that. So one, I can get straw, but two, I can have a mechanism to feed my chickens. I can have some kind of product, because right now I have no reliable source other than contracts. So it's one of those I really need to kind of knuckle down and get them something. But the straw is also going to be really nice, because straw can be used as an input here for the pellets. We can make straw pellets with those, and we can also use it for other things around the farm, like the TMR maker, like all sorts of stuff. Like we can really use a good chunk of straw, and then we can stop using it for contracts. We can just use it around the farm. Grab this other tree over here. There we go. Now we're talking. See, Jody says, I love that Case Magnum tractor. Oh, the Case Magnum, yeah. I mean, I'm personally, I'm a big fan of Case. I do like the way they look, the kind of iconic red that they got going on. I do like them. I am using a bunch of Valtras in this series, just because I felt that it was kind of, you know, more appropriate for the area. Even though I know Valtra is it's not Swedish, it's Finnish maybe. Oh, no, it's not popped off. Huh. Won't take any more wood. Okay, well. If that's the case, then we'll just put it over here. Not gonna hurt my feelings. There we go. And perfect. There we go. Some more wood into that facility. Now let's get some wood chips. We're going to top off the wood chips here, and then we're going to fill up the wood chips over here. We'll be good to go. Jody says, you mean a lot to me. You've a good friend. I greatly appreciate it, Jody. You are absolutely a good friend as well. Like I said, this has been such a fortunate experience, being able to start a YouTube channel and being able to get to know great people such as yourself. It means a lot. It really, really does. So we'll just chug this over here and something like that. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to fill up on wood chips so we can get both processes running at the one place, the one facility, and then we can kind of switch back and forth like we were doing before. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. See, I feel like trees, when I cut them into wood chips, I know I said this yesterday, or at least I think I said it yesterday, but when I cut them into wood chips, I feel like I get way more product out of them than if I were to just cut them down and have wood as leaderage. There must be some kind of bonus or something I'm just not aware of when getting wood and wood chips. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I mean, all it means is I just cut down more trees, and when I'm doing them as straight wood as opposed to wood chips, it's not a big deal. There we go. Come on. There we go. Now we're talking. Ooh, ooh, there we go. There we go. So once we get this all full, we're going to, like I said, take it over to that one facility. We're going to start there, dump out as much wood chips as it'll take, and then dump the rest, move on to, cutting down logs and kind of going from there. So I think it's going to work out rather nicely. Go. All right, well, we're getting there. We're almost full. I fast forwarded into the day instead of going at night because, one, I think it would be a lot easier for people to see, from their screens and whatnot, but also makes it a lot easier for me to be able to see as I'm sitting there kind of cutting trees down and whatnot. Is getting kind of hard to find everything going by just the light of the tractors, which, don't get me wrong, I mean, they were producing a ton of light and it was going just fine, but might as well make it a little bit easier for me and not have to Something just dawned on me. Oh no, I've been forgetting to... Oops, no, I don't want to rename the horse. I need to ride the horse real quick. I've been forgetting to ride Molly. Crap. Can't believe I forgot to do that. Alright, come on, horsey. Chug around real quick. Get them back up to par. What was the value of the horse? I forgot to look. Oh, that's because I don't have the horse in there yet. So we'll go ahead and make our way around, and then I will catch up with the chat and see what everybody's saying up at this point. %. We also have to clean the horse after we're done riding. Can't forget that. See, I don't think I actually rode the horse last month at all. Now I'm kind of thinking about it. I don't remember if I did or not. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the fitness and all that stuff is after we're done riding. Hopefully that's back up to 100 and not a big deal kind of thing. Okay. And one thing we're going to be looking out for too is for when the snow kind of accumulates and whatnot. We're going to want to stop what we're doing. We're going to want to collect it as quickly as possible, so that way oh, where's the horse? Why am I not seeing the horse? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I should have gotten a different colored horse. There we go. Fitness is still at 9. Cleanliness is at 100. Riding 100. Let's see. Alright, well, hopefully that kind of corrects itself. She's got plenty of food. Cows got plenty of food. They're doing really good. And they're about halfway through the reproduction, so we're going to get 100 more cows here soon. That's awesome. Sheep are chugging along. They're at 80% for the reproduction, and they have good amount of food. Chickens, that's where I'm starting to get worried, because we had 25,000 liters of food. Now I think that was like a month or two ago. We're down to 18, so we're chugging through food for the chickens. Like, we're just hammering through it, and we've got 1,500 chickens right now. So yeah, that's not too good. So let's see. Jody said, sometimes it's hard for me to make friends. You know what? I think it's hard nowadays, just in general. With like everything that happened, you know, in 2000, all that stuff with the pandemic and all that, a lot of people were kind of conditioned to, you know, kind of steer clear, steer away from other people, and kind of, I don't know, like disengage from, you know, from each other. But like I said, I think we're making a really cool space here where we can all get together, have something, you know, in common right off the bat with Farming Simulator, and just kind of, you know, like I said, make a great environment, make a great place, you know, where anybody can come in. And like I said, Jody, you know, you've been a huge friend of the channel, a huge friend to me personally, you know, reaching out near daily, and, you know, seeing how things are going with all the other social medias, helping out where you can. And, you know, like I said, it's a huge help. It's greatly appreciated. And like I said, I don't say it lightly when I say that you are definitely a friend to me and the channel. Greatly appreciate you. And we're gonna let that one keep filling up. Just gonna chug these in here. Whoops. There we go. Ah. No, stop it. Why? Why are you... 13 pallets of wood, so 13,000 wood. Wool. Been working on working on trees too much. 13 pallets of wool, 13,000 liters total, and 12 pallets of eggs, 1,400 liters each. So that is going really... Whoa. That looks like a good mound. We got 73,000, 73,000 liters of milk. Whoo! And we've got 34,000 liters of manure. We've got 54,000 liters of slurry. We're just packing away. We are really rip-roaring. Let me catch up with what everyone's saying here. We have got... Where did I leave off? There we go. Benji, hey, how's it going? Good afternoon. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Doing a good job cleaning out the trees. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are... Ooh. What am I hung up? Oh, that's what I'm hung up on. Yeah, I mean, we're doing great. Clearing out all these trees. We've made such progress. I mean, you can see just how much space there is now between us and the tree line and that facility. All the trees started way over there, way into the distance by those facilities over there. So we have made huge progress here, and I hope you're making good progress there on the Rainy Woods. Like I said, I can't wait to see some of the photos that you send over, because that's going to be awesome to see. Looking forward to that. Alright, so we are full here. Let's go ahead and get that facility fully up and running again. Jody says making wood chips right now. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I tell you what, this tree devourer, specifically this mod, is probably one of my favorite tree mods. Anything to do with trees, just because it makes harvesting them so much easier than just kind of doing things base game. And there we go. That's back up and running. Fully. Let's see. Yep. Fully back up and running. Everything is full. Making more pallets. Oop. That got knocked out of the way. Look at that. 104,000 liters of pellets. That's insane. And what I've realized, I just realized this. I looked this up last night after the stream. So let's just use 100,000 just for nice, easy math, right? We scroll down to where the pellets are. There they are. $2,452. That's pretty much $250,000 in pellets just behind me, not including the pellets that's tucked away in here. 250 grand sitting right there. That's awesome. That's number one. But number two, check it out. $2,970 is the maximum. $2,374 is the minimum payout. So yeah, that's we're gonna make some good money on these. We're gonna make some real good money on these. Let's see. Benji says, doing fantastic. Currently walking Benji. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear that you're doing well. Let's see. Now it is time. Wait, nope. What am I doing? Almost driving off without bringing this back. Let's not do that. Like, we can actually leave this over here. That's not an issue. I'm just saying, don't want to not dump out the wood chips. We were bringing all the tractors over because they were using them for light, in the middle of the night. Now we don't have to do that anymore. There we go. We are almost empty. Let's see where that gets us here. Wow. 584,000 liters of wood chips. And the recipe gives me more as an output. Look at this. 4 to 7. So we're putting in 500,000 liters of wood chips in. We're going to get like what's like 800,000 plus, almost 900,000 liters. I think. Is my math right? Not quite sure off the top of my head, but let's leave this over here. Actually, no. Gotta go and grab the container over here. There we go. Now we can run back and start cutting things down. We are just, oh, I'm so thrilled with how well this is turning out. Where's the, this is the main track here. So yeah, so let me show you what I'm kind of got tentatively worked out in my head. So you see this hedge right here. Comes all the way out to here. And then this hedge kind of continues on around the fields and kind of cuts you off from over there. I'm thinking about taking this hedge and extend it out all along this roadway, just off to the side here, and take it all the way up to the sawmill area that we renovated, and kind of wrap it around to kind of separate it off from this field here. Then once that's all done, make this into its own field where we can really kind of rock and roll and get a ton of product off of it. We will get tons of product. And like I said before, I think I'm also going to make an entrance for this, because we have the entrance for this field here, this grass field, right over here. But we have our main farm right here. I'm thinking maybe right here I can knock out one of the poles in the hedges, and that'll make a kind of a good little entryway into it. So it'd be right across the street from our main farm entrance here. And we could even put one in over here, so we have another one that's right across the street from our other farm entrance over here. But I don't know. We'll play that by ear and kind of see. Yeah, I think that'll work out really nice. I think it'll really be nice. Huh. What happened there? Oh, okay. Let's see. Jody says, where do I find that mod that makes pallets? So the pellets, are you specifically looking for the pellet one that I have here, or are you looking for one that makes pallets? Because I think there's one for both, and I think the pallet one is made by ER Shaba, if I'm not mistaken, and this one is the pellet production, I believe is what it's called. Oh, you know what? It's actually, yeah, production pellets is what this mod is called. So I have this one here that makes pellets, and this is just by itself pellets. But then you have the carpentry here, and the carpentry one is a part of a larger pack. Here, scroll to the right. I'll know as soon as I see that symbol pop up. Oh, there we go. Right here. It's the packing facilities mod. So this one has an accelerated production rate compared to a normal carpentry, and it has a output of pellets, but it's a part of this greater pack here where it has a sugar mill, it has a grain mill, spinnery, you got the food factory, which will take all those kind of inputs there at the bottom, and it'll make various outputs such as potato chips, salads, ketchup, cereal. You also have a dairy where you can produce, I think that's homogenized milk. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then you have the packing facility where you take all the various products and you make things like, gotta love neighbors who have Noisy cars. But anyways, the you can make the various boxes down there, and then the little ribbon there. So each one of those boxes, if I scroll down here, one box is for food, and you can see, look at that, $151,000 per 1,000 liters for food. You have this one here for objects, and another one for liquids. But then if you take all three of these, you can combine them into this for reputation, and that gets you $600,000 per 1,000 liters of that. But it's a aggregation of all the various different product points that you put in there. So it's like a really cool kind of chain upon a chain upon a chain upon a chain kind of thing, and it requires every single one of those chains in order to get to that reputation. So if you're going for a real long-term kind of project, it's really worth doing, because you can really make some cold hard cash real nice. But it's going to take a long time, because you got to get all the various inputs for each of the downstream facilities to then go to the next level upstream kind of thing. So I'm just going to start knocking these trees down, get a whole bunch of them going, and let's see. Benji says, on the Mod Hub, ER Shaba and Zuddlezocht. Yes, okay. So I was right about the ER Shaba. I completely forgot that Zuddlezocht did one too. I tell you what, for modders, like somebody who's just, interested in making mods, Zuddlezocht is, I think, by far one of my favorite modders. Makes some insanely good mods, and real creative ones too. That's what I really like about him. But you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna flat out say it. He's probably my favorite modder out there, who just strictly sticks with mods. If we're talking about modder who's doing like maps and stuff like that, then that's a whole different kettle of fish. But yeah, Zuddlezocht's definitely up there. Definitely up there. Let's see. Takes a lot to make reputation. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Like I said, you have to have all the kind of base game products plus the new ones that the factories will produce on top of the base game ones. So it takes a lot of product, and it takes a long, long time to get to that point. But what's nice is all those facilities kind of up boost your production, so you make them faster than like base game ones. And there are some of the base game models and recipes that you can use, so you don't have to necessarily buy all new facilities. You only need to buy the facilities where there's new products associated to them as an output kind of thing. So it's a cool mod. It's a real good group of mods. One of these days I might do a series where that's going to be like a kind of central theme, is starting with all the base products and just build until we get one palette of reputation. Like, I think that'd pretty slick. Come on. There we go. But that would be a very long series kind of thing. So it's one of those, I don't know if that would necessarily lend for good viewership kind of thing, because might get a little long in the tooth, if that makes sense. Because it does take a really long time to get all of the stuff necessary. Ooh, jeepers. Joey says, I'll look it up on the Mod Hub. Yes, absolutely. But like I said, that carpentry there that's part of this pack is by far my favorite carpentry, because of the pellets it produces. That is a byproduct from the wood chips. So if all you wanted to do is cut down trees and use wood, you can, and then you get that wood chips as a byproduct from you making furniture, and you can then make pellets from that byproduct. Now I'm just going through and kind of doing a nice even split kind of thing, and still producing it as a byproduct. You know what? Let me check something out real quick. Let's go over here. Okay, so this is my spinnery. I am producing stuff. I got 5,000 liters in there and 4,000 liters out here. Let's see. If we come out here. Alright, so this is the first driveway here for the farm. Oh, look at that. I could cut that one open there and have an entry right there. Let's do that. Cut this open. There we go. So that'll be our first entryway there. Yeah, we'll have two nice entryways where we can just kind of drive right across the street, get into the field, and be good to go. This will be the second one. Let's see where this one... A little offset, but that's okay. We'll go right here. And there we go. You can see there's the grass field right there. And we still have all this to do. But you can see it's starting to get thinner way over there. You can even see a tractor right there. So it's not as much as it may seem. Let's go back over here and we'll just start clearing all this out. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Let's see. Benji says BRB. All right, Benji. We'll see you in a little bit. Jody says you make some of the best mods. Make some of the best mods in the game. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 100%. Like I said, I love Zuddlezok. There's other modders out there that obviously they make really, really good mods. But I think Zuddlezok makes some of the best mods, specifically factories. Which seems like those are the ones where he's really kind of focused on. For the most part, I should say. But there's other modders out there that will focus on things like tractors and implements and things like that. And they do an amazing job. And there's so many modders out there that do an amazing job. You know, so many modders out there now that, I mean, you could really get kind of lost in trying to, you know, come up with all the names of them kind of thing. You know, another real good modder out there who also dabbles in maps is, in my opinion, is Black Sheep Modding. I think they make some really good ones. They made that big giant tub grinder thing, which I thought was really cool. Now, not something I'd very often use in games, specifically because of the cost kind of thing. It'd be kind of more of a novelty purchase than anything. And not really something that I'd really kind of try and utilize, again, outside of it being a novelty. Oops. Let's see. Jody says, I like to get real good and I like to get real good, and like you, I learned a lot about the game from you. Well, hey, I mean, I'm glad that I'm able to provide some help with the game and whatnot. It's amazing what you'll get when you just kind of sit back and watch somebody else play the game. Like, there's so many different kind of styles and play and whatnot that you really kind of open up the opportunity to learn. You know, there's so many things that I picked up from other YouTubers and whatnot, watching Mr. Sealy P and whatnot. I know I talk about him a lot, that's the one YouTuber that I would consistently watch, you know, prior to being a YouTuber myself. And there was so much stuff that I learned directly from him. Um, but then there's also like Driver 53, learned a lot of stuff from him as well. Um, and then just through just general experimentation and stuff, learned a lot of stuff as well. And it's just, you know, those times where you just kind of get bored and you're just kind of sitting there thinking, well, you know what? What if I do this? And then you try it and it's like, ooh, that worked out really well, or ooh, that didn't work at all, kind of thing. You know, I've got a whole test map specifically for when I want to kind of give something a try. I'll be able to just kind of hop on there, see what kind of results it'll give me, and is it going to be worth kind of bringing it on to, you know, either a Let's Play or something that I am going to want to try personally. You know, that's how I ended up really kind of finding this that container thing over there that I've been using for all the trees. Is I will, you know, carry it around, cut something down, and then click the button and it disappears before it hits the ground, kind of thing. And it just really kind of expedites things. I only just now started doing this where I was cutting down a whole bunch of trees and then kind of going from there to pick up like really quickly, kind of thing. And I felt like this is actually a bit more efficient because I'm not having to cut, you know, push the button, pick up, move, all that. I can just pick it up one time and then you know, kind of go from there, which I thought was really kind of a neat idea. So that was kind of like learning on the fly kind of thing. Oops. Let's see. Fury Machine Gaming. Stop by in between plowing snow and say what's up and throw a like. Well, hey Fury, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day so far. And also says Benji, what's up? Jody says, I like the water to make the Colossus pack. Yes, the Colossus pack is really good. That is an awesome one. And Benji says, hey, back to Fury. Fury, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having, like I said, hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We are continuing on doing our harvesting here of all these trees. We're trying to clear out all this area here so we can make one giant field. And really looking forward to the point of getting this up and running, because I think this is going to be a really cool cool area. And you don't really realize it because of all the trees here, but when you actually look at it, the landscape here is actually rather hilly. We're actually at the top of the hill right now. If I were to get to a little clearing here, there we go. Get to a little clearing here. You can actually see that it's got a pretty good slope on the hill here. So, yeah, this is going to be a really interesting field to create and harvest and do all that stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. Benji says, just finished recording my train video. Okay. Gonna have to check that out. Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh. Cut down a few more and then we'll slam them into the container and see where we get to from there, because like I said, we're trying to stay relatively even between wood literage and wood chip literage. We don't have to, it's just kind of doing it that way. Let's see, where is that container? It's got to be over here somewhere. Whew, look at all those trees. There it is. Found it. Wow, how did we not just clobber this into next week? Oh, let's go ahead and drop that there. All right, I tell you what, this is working out really good. Ah, no, 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 no. Don't tumble. Don't do that. Okay. We're cleaning up our messes. All right, let's see where we're at. What did that get us? It's got us. All right, 72,000. That's not bad. Let me catch up with the chat here. It says Fury says, how much does that container hold log wise? So this holds, I think, 200,000 based on the bar there. So that's gonna be my best guess. Is about 200,000. But I tell you what, it works swimmingly. At the top of the hour, all that 70,000 I have in there is going to go ahead and uh, transfer over to the various inputs over there. It's going to work great. I mean, typically it'll clear out everything except for roughly about 3,000 liters, give or take. Um, but I'll show that as soon as the top of the hour hits again. Oh, and Jody, I see you liking all the stuff on my Instagram and social medias. I greatly appreciate that, bud. Thank you so much. Let's see. Fury also says, yeah, by Jos the mods. Whoops. I already have it and just never use it. The container, anyways, just a sell point. Always just a sell point. Yeah, so I really like it because it makes forestry just that much easier, that much quicker. I mean, we've been on since yesterday doing various live streams, maybe about six or I don't know, 8 hours worth of actual working time for live streams the past couple of days. And you can see just how much we've cleared out. Like all this was trees all the way up to those facilities over there. So it works, and it works really well. And we're kind of switching back and forth between creating wood chips and doing logging. So, each one's going to take their own, amount of time kind of thing. But it really works out, really kind of increases productivity, increases time. Um, and like I said, I'm really trying my best to be done with all this work by March rolling around. So that way, I can plant in March some either wheat or barley. I haven't decided which, but I'm leaning towards barley. But I specifically want something that's going to give me straw as an output as well. So that way we can have a bunch of straw lying around in the background. We can have a bunch of products so we can feed our chickens. Because we've been really struggling with keeping up chickens. We had to actually purchase oops. We actually had to purchase a bunch of chicken food. Uh, like a month or so ago? I think it was either November or October, where we had to purchase chicken food, and it was just one of those, an unneeded expenditure. I should be able to produce that myself, kind of thing, and keep them, topped up all year round, kind of thing. So that's what I'm shooting for with it. But we'll see. We'll see how things kind of go from there. But yeah, Yoast was the modder for those mobile sell points and mobile uh, wood container and all that stuff. And I tell you what, that was probably one of the biggest game changers that we had, specifically at wood container. When that wood container snuck its way in there, because it was part of an update. It wasn't part of the original pack, if I remember correctly. And when that kind of got snuck in there, I was like, oh boy, that's a huge game changer. I was really, really excited about that because it immediately snuck into my head that we can do stuff like this and be able to like rip through huge chunks of forest in little time at all. Like there was one time before I was doing YouTube, I had my cousin and I were playing on here, and we were doing, I think it was the No Man's Land, and we were doing tons and tons of forestry as you would do on No Man's Land, and he ended up, he's like, man, there's got to be an easier way, because we were doing it like the traditional way at first. It's like, man, there's got to be a faster way to be able to do this. I'm like, well, I mean, there is. And he's like, well, what do you do? And I threw that thing on there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cut down a whole bunch of trees, and then you pick this thing up and start clicking away, kind of thing. And sure enough, he starts clicking it, and he's like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Big time increase in productivity, and that's where this kind of all like really kind of stemmed from, was us discovering and really kind of utilizing that mod for that map. Um, it's where a star was born. But yeah, Yoast is another great modder. Puts out some really awesome mods. Some other really good ones. Like I mentioned, there's Zuddlezok. There's oh, why am I drawing a big old blank? Mr. Hector. Mr. Hector makes some good mods and made an amazing map in Carpathian Countryside. I keep circling around that map as a potential for one of my next Let's Plays. I keep coming back to it, especially after some of the updates, and I hop back on and I see it in person. It's like, oh man, it makes it so hard not to do a Let's Play series with it. But one of those where but then there's like other maps like Bally Springs. That map is ridiculous. I would love to do one for that one, but that's the problem, is that there's only so much time that you can do, and me personally, I feel like I have to do at least like 20 to 30 episodes before I can really kind of feel the satisfaction of being able to, like, okay, I can start wrapping things up from here, kind of thing. I think like 20 plus episodes are typically where I kind of draw the lines, like, okay, this is starting to get long in the tooth. We really need to start, wrapping it up and figuring out things to do for that end kind of thing. But I don't know, maybe do like a Carpathian Countryside where I incorporate that packing facilities mod and really kind of go from there. Maybe that'd be something worth doing, and do like a long-term gameplay. Maybe do something like a 50 or 50 episode series. That might get a little crazy, but I know there's other YouTubers like Daggerwin, who does like hundreds of episodes per series, but the difference between Daggerwin and myself is Daggerwin does like short videos, like 30-minute long, 20-minute long videos kind of thing, to where mine tend to be anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, give or take. Sometimes a little over an hour, just depending on what's going on in that episode. Let's see. Benji says, work really well in dark forest, the rainy woods, or any other forestry style map. You know what? That's also a good point. That might be kind of a good thing to do, is to do a kind of maybe do a forestry map where it's a start from scratch kind of thing, like start with nothing and build your way up to that kind of facility. Forestry can be very profitable if you do it right. So, that might not be a bad idea, Benji. I might consider that. And the Rainy Woods, that one is a good map. I do like that. And what I also like about it is you end up owning the entirety of the map, so you don't have to. You can very easily kind of start from scratch, quote unquote, and you own the entire map. So it's not like you're going to be struggling to try and buy land and. But I mean, that's kind of the whole point of start from scratch, is to start from scratch. There was the map Holmarkra that is on FS22. I kind of fell in love with it back in FS19. I like the FS19 version a little bit better. I think the mods and models that were available on that version compared to the 22 version were a lot better and kind of more fitting for the map. Um, to where I feel like the 22 model or 22 version kind of drew myself out of it. And actually, there's several maps for FS19 that came out for 22, and I was really kind of disappointed. And it was no real fault of the map maker. Let me make sure I explicitly put that out there. But they ended up using like base game models, and the perfect example I can come up with off the top of my head is Bucks County, PA. I loved Bucks County back on FS19. I thought that was an amazing map. I'm not that crazy about it for FS22. Now, don't get me wrong, it having the modified animals, the kind of upgraded animals and stuff, that's really nice. I have noticed that for some reason my gameplay is a little juddery when it comes to the animals, the new animals. So I'm not sure if that's maybe something on my end or something with the map. But the FS19 version had the custom barns and buildings all around the farm. It had all the stuff that made it like really seem homey. But then the new version for FS22 really kind of reeled back and used a lot of the base game models instead of putting in like the big red barn. I loved that big red barn where all the kind of equipment was stored in. I really like that. Now there are some models out there that could kind of suffice in doing it yourself kind of thing. But like I said, that was just one part of it that I really, really... Whoa. Uh-oh. That I really, really loved about Bucks County was the fact that it had those really cool kind of barns that were specific to that map. And we didn't get that in this version. So that was a bit of a disappointment. Oh, shoot. I meant to check out the... I meant to show the values. Because, yeah, now we're back up to 84,000. So you can tell that it dumped out a lot from the production there. So, darn, I meant to show that before just hopping in and loading stuff into it. Sorry about that. But we can see 527,000 liters of wood and 584,000 liters of wood chips. We've got... oh, that's still slamming through. Almost another 4,000 liters here. So I think this will be a good point to where we can kind of cut off the wood and bring back in some wood chips. We'll start cleaning up some of the stumps as well. There we go. Drop that down there. I mean, yeah, look at that. We are rocking and rolling. We're starting to come back in. Ugh, I love it. Love it. Love it. And just look at all this. Look at all this space that we made. Just, it's going really well. We're doing so good. Really, really happy with this. Let's grab that other tractor. There it is. Oop, that's facing the wrong way. That's one thing I wish you could do on this mulcher, is to prevent it from actually tearing up the ground. Like, that would be really nice as an option, like a selectable option to turn on and turn off the field creation. That would be nice, but alas, we won't get that. There it goes. You know what? Let's just drop that here. I don't need to keep tailing those things around behind me. I don't know. Seems I got several people on here. Let me kick that question to you all. What do you all think? If I were to do a kind of start from scratch series where it was a kind of forestry map, would that be something that would that you all would like to see? Would you like to see me kind of do a start from scratch where we have very little in the ways of equipment and just kind of ramp our way up from there? Would that be something that interests you all? Doing a whole Let's Play series like that? They said may or may not include the whole packing facilities in there as well. But that, like I said, that would be a really big series. Like that would probably be a very long series. I'm shocked we have no snow sticking to the ground yet. Let's see, there we go. Oh, I thought I got it, but I didn't. Benji says, would make a great multiplayer session. You know, that's also a good point. Now, see, the only problem that I have with doing the multiplayer is my time is so incredibly limited. Um, so it's just one of those where it'd be very, very hard to coordinate with people. Because I typically am only available between, like this, me streaming during the day like this is very abnormal. Um, I've gotten away with it here past couple of days because of just how way things have worked out. With it being cold and whatnot outside, there's really no opportunity to take my daughter out and about. Uh, we're napping her at the moment, so she's, you know, we get a couple hours here and there kind of thing, but it's all subject, you know, subject to change. I don't have like a firm, like this is when I'm available and I can, you know, hop on between this time and this time kind of thing. The only time that's a little bit more firm would be like in the evenings after she goes to bed at night at around 9:30 Eastern time. So it's one of those, you know, finding people that are available at the same time is going to be a potential headache kind of thing. But I mean, it's not something that I'd rule out. I've never would rule that out. Just something that I think that would be a little bit more difficult than just saying, "Hey, let's hop on," kind of thing. Oh, didn't get that one all the way down. There, now we did. One thing I need to double check. I'm trying to make as little of these ground splotches as possible because I want to keep the grass there. But I need to double check and see if the grass itself will be harvestable. I think it is on this map. I think, I'm trying to, there we go, get a good clear view of where I'm going. Come on. Ah, no, wrong button. But if the grass is harvestable, then I'd be able to, come through here before creating the field and really kind of get a little bit extra product, which I think would be really nice. Um, I mean, I could bring over some of my grass care equipment, my mower specifically, just to see if there it goes. Oh, a little chunk left. So many stumps. One thing that would be really cool about the whole container mod, I know it's very likely not achievable, but would be a cool feature if you could just go up next to a tree, tag it somehow, and then it takes out the entire tree, like stump and all, rather than what we're doing here where we're having to cut it down and then, come back with the stump grinder of some kind to be able to, get rid of the stumps kind of thing. I think that would be a really slick kind of thing. So that way it would just kind of all load in the container and just be done with in one fell swoop. Kind of like what we get with the tree devourer. We get that kind of grinder all in one, so we can kind of make a single pass at mowing rather than, or at, I'm sorry, at forestry, rather than this kind of two-stage or multi-stage kind of cleanup that we're having to do. Well, we are inching ever and ever closer to clearing out all these stumps. Oh, and missed part of one. Got it that time. Ay, 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 there's so many stumps. So many stumps. Let's see. Benji says, just got an idea. Let's hear it, Benji. Let's hear your idea. I'm at the edge of my seat. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. There it goes. Oh, you got me in suspense. Okay, so we've got... I think we basically got stumps all the way up to those tractors over there. And then it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. We'll be able to switch over to the wood chips. Let's see. Benji says, if it works, grab a bunch of containers of wood and store on a storage rack. Grab a bunch of containers of wood and store on a storage rack. I'd almost have to see what it is that you're talking about to understand. Like, I don't know if I understand. Like, are you talking like the Platinum Edition containers? There we go. I don't see any more stumps. I think... Oh, wait. Right there next to the tractor. You're not getting away from me. As I sit there and grind the... Whoops. Sit there and grind the bejeebers out of my tires there. Now, Saskatchewan, how's it going, bud? How's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see. How's the YouTube count going so far, bud? Last I heard, you were at I think it was 147. You made any progress from there? Alright, so we are just packing away a bunch of these. Let's see. Benji says, take that container you're using, put it on a shelf, and grab another one, fill it, put it back. Put it on the Oh! So, like, having multiple facilities all at the same time, you can just fill one up, fill it up, slam it full, and move on to the next one. I think is what you're saying, right? Saskatchewan says, what stump grinder is it? Oh, so the stump grinder here that I'm using, this is actually really awesome. This is called the Tree Devourer. And the Tree Devourer, it is available on all platforms. It is here in the shop under forestry equipment. Right here. $25,000 base. It has a capacity, so whatever it takes as a stump grinder, it uses as wood chips. So you can cut down whole trees and get the wood chips out of it, which is really nice. You can have a real or unreal capacity. The unreal has this pipe that spits out and it gives you the animation of it actually throwing it in, but it's $100,000 add-on for it. To me, it's not worth it, but you can also have a capacity or no capacity. So I've got it as capacity, and I've got it without the pipe. It still discharges, as you can see, into trailers, so not something that you have to necessarily worry about. Ooh. There we go. If you do let a tree fall, though, with this thing, it's really hard to absorb it. So just a kind of FYI. And if you're grinding stumps like I'm doing here, move the head off to it'd be off to the right side of the stump, and it tends to work a little bit better than if you were just trying to hit it head on. You can get for some reason you can get the animation over here. You can't often get it when you're bumping into it. Like if I'm sitting here, you can see my tires are going. I'm trying to get over it. Like you can get on top of it sometimes, like I just did there, and good to go, but it's not the most reliable way. Let's see. Saskatchewan says, okay, thanks. Benji says yes. Okay, so yeah, that would work, because you can buy multiple of the same factories. And that's basically all it is a factory. So you could do that. You could just chuck it up on a shelf when it's full and then move on from there. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work at all. Let's see. We've got Saskatchewan also says, I'm not getting FS25, don't need it. Okay. One of those that I'm interested to see what they come up with FS25. What kind of new things are they going to add to it? Is it going to be worth the upgrade kind of thing? If they put in like some really cool features and they put in, like you know what I'm saying? Like if they add some really awesome stuff to it that isn't available here for 22, then yeah, of course I'll consider buying it and making the leap forward. kind of thing. But it's also one of those, like, if it just turns out to be like an EA Sports game where it's a roster update, uh, that's the new iteration kind of thing. There's nothing really new to write home about. Then no, I probably won't. I probably will just kind of stick with this one for a little while until one, the new version gets cheaper, um, or whatever. You know, it's just one of those. Gotta kind of see how it goes. But I'd love to see some kind of trailer, you know, to kind of show us, hey, this is, you know, some of the features, some of the things that you can expect to see, kind of thing. And what's really funny is, I remember when the original trailer for FS22 came out, and I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, well, that's okay, that's fine. And then people are starting to make the comments and stuff, and they're all like, oh, this is awesome, they got seasons, they got this, they got that. It's like, how did I not notice these things? How did I just completely space on like these things that are very blaringly obvious only after I read the comments? Kind of thing. It's I will admit I'm not the most observant person in the world. Um, my wife will 100% attest to that statement. Oh, you know what? Let's see what we got going on in here before I load. Ah, let me go. Let me go. Why? Why? Ooh, 111,000 liters, almost 112,000 liters. And we got almost another pallet here. That's awesome. That is awesome. There we go. Yeah, like I said, that pallet right there full of pellets is well over $250,000 as it sits right now. Oops, too far. There we go. Perfect. Wow. 686,000 liters of wood chips. That's ridiculous. Holy cow. Here, you know what? Something that just kind of occurred to me. Unfold this. Take that out. Alright. I'm going to head back to the farm real quick. I'm going to pick up my mowers. I want to mow this just real... I'm not going to mow the whole thing. I just want to mow like a little test patch. Just to see if I'm actually going to get grass off of this. Because I'm trying to be all nice and gentle with the grinder here and not create all these spots. But if I can't get product off of it, then there's no sense in me trying to be all nice and gentle about it. I can just create the field as I go. Like I don't have to play nice anymore, kind of thing. Make sense? I think it does. But I can just leave the grinder just down in the ground, be cutting paths wherever I go. Here, we'll just take this front mower here. Oops. Jalen, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Thanks again, bud, for the subscription yesterday. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. So like I said, we're coming over here. We're going to do a little test. I want to see if this is going to produce grass. Okay, so no grass. I'm not getting anything. I am cutting, mowing, doing all that. Now, is that because we're in the winter months? Like, it's not even giving me a cutting animation for this. So, one of those, not too sure if this is. You know what? I might kick myself in the butt for this later, but I think we're just going to start cutting. We're going to start really mawing into the dirt, and whoa. Easy, easy, easy there, big boy. Let's not do our best interpretation of the demo derby. Let's see. We'll park this. So yeah, next go around, we're just gonna start tearing into the dirt. We're not gonna worry about trying to keep this up and clean. That's what I've been shooting for this whole time, is trying to hopefully mow all that grass before creating the field. But if it's not gonna produce anything, again, it might be because it's winter time, kind of thing. But I'm not seeing like an actual cutting animation or anything. So that kind of tells me that there's nothing there to do with. I don't know. Get back over here and then we'll see what everybody's saying in the chat so far. There we go. Wow, I cannot believe just how much we've cleared out so far. This is the 5th live stream post episode 15, and this is all the work we've done in those 5 streams. Okay. Alright, let me check out what everyone's saying. So we've got Jalen says, I'm good, bud. Snowed in. Oof. What part of the country are you from? I obviously assume up north somewhere. Eli says, can I join your game? Unfortunately, Eli, this isn't a multiplayer game. This is just a single player, so nothing to join. I do apologize. Jalen says, probably because of wintertime. 100%. And Eli repeats themselves, saying, can I join, please? Again, bud, sorry, can't... Okay, I tried. Yeah, no, I don't blame you for trying. Jalen says Arkansas. Ooh, yeah, it gets a bit chilly up there in Arkansas. Definitely gets a bit chilly up there. So, yeah, I can definitely see being snowed in up and around there, especially the northern parts. All right, so we're gonna come all the way over to this side, and we're just gonna start cutting down like a crazy lumberjack. Anybody here seen that movie Hoodwinked? I think it was DreamWorks made it several years ago. And there's that scene where there's that lumberjack, and he goes tumbling through into Granny's house, breaks through the window, and he's just like swinging around an axe. He's like, "Abo, abo, abo, abo," and he's just kind of freaking out because everybody's screaming. And turns out he's like this, gentle giant. Nobody wants, like, he looks all scary and creepy and stuff. And yeah, there's some reason that's the image that just went popping into my head when I said crazy lumberjack. Blah 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 blah. The fun of having kids is you can unashamedly go and watch those movies. Jalen says, you got snow? No, not where I'm at. I'm down here in Florida. So a little bit, actually it's a little bit warmer today. It was pretty chilly yesterday. It got down in the 40s. And it's supposed to be getting into the mid to low 30s sometime this week, I think. I think maybe Wednesday-ish is what I think I saw. I think I saw it was around there. But no, it should be relatively okay right now. I think it was like 65 earlier today. It's like it's in that cycle where it's starting to kind of bounce back and forth before it kind of gives us that little bit of sustained cold. Typically around this time of year is where we get that kind of up and down, 60, 40, 50 30, like it just boop, 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 kind of like a little pinball. Let's see. Jalen says, yes, love the movie 1 and 2. Yes, they were really, really funny. Um, Especially for little kids movies. Like, it was very much appreciative uh, by kids and adults. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's see. Also got Eli saying, next live stream, can you do a multiplayer one so we can join you and help you build the farm? Um, so Eli, this particular map or this particular series is just a single player. Maybe in the future we'll open the idea of doing a multiplayer map. Um, but right now we're just kind of trucking at it at our own speed. But I do appreciate you offering and appreciate you wanting to help out. Um, like I said, there's for this particular Let's Play, there's a story behind everything. And during the live streams, when we do live streams, what those are more of a receipt of record. So I'll give you kind of a quick overview of the channel and what I do here. So I have basically 4 or 5 main sources of content. We've got the live streams like what we're doing now, Let's Plays, oops, want to get rid of that. There it goes. Live stream, Let's Plays, map tours, map updates, and channel shorts. Those are like the big 5 that we do around here. The Let's Plays, or just like any other typical Let's Plays, they're kind of story-driven, really kind of narrative-based kind of thing. And that's what this map and what we're doing here is based around. The live streams are the receipt of work. The kind of testament of being able to say that, yes, we did do this work, but also give people the opportunity to be able to come on and hang out and just have some fun kind of thing. So the live streams are basically the in-between episodes for the Let's Plays. And when there's like a bunch of contract work and stuff like that that isn't going to make good repeated content for the Let's Plays, that's what this is for. So it's also, like I said, the reason it's a receipt of work is because there's other streamers. I always reference Mr. Sealy P, not streamers, but other YouTubers, whatnot, who have had claims of, oh, well, you're just cheating money into your games, and you're doing X and you're doing Y. You know, it's no longer fun because you're not doing it the way that I expect you to do it, kind of thing. So Mr. Sealy P, he ended up creating the little screen captures and whatnot. So he would, show, oh, I've got $10,000 from this contract, 20 from this contract, so on and so forth. This is my receipt of work, kind of thing. Is coming on here, having a more kind of chilled and relaxed environment, while still showing that, hey, we're doing work. We're getting things done. But like I said, for future maps and whatnot, we can definitely open that door and do some stuff like that. Like I was saying earlier, though, my schedule is very, very limited. I'm a father and a full-time worker, so it's one of those that typically I'm not on during the days like this. Very rare it is on the weekends where I actually get to come on and do stuff like this. Typically when I'm most available, especially doing streams, is at night after my daughter goes to sleep, and that's typically around 9:30 at night, Eastern Standard Time. And I'll typically stay up anywhere between like 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning to be able to, either make content or do live streams, things like that. So that's kind of where we are at the channel and all that stuff. But again, greatly appreciate you, asking and stopping by, checking it out. Eli, gives me the okay. Appreciate it. And Jalen says, lol, somebody seems super excited. Oh, you know what? I'm always excited. Very excitable person. Let's see. Let's. Oh, come on. Where? There's the little band. Oh no, I know, Jalen. I know. Just deflecting, I guess. Oh goodness. All right, now we got a decent line of trees knocked down here. I think we can go and pick up the container and start scooping them up. There it is. Oh, that is a little stump. This thing, ugh, is amazing. I love this thing. For anybody who doesn't necessarily love to do forestry work, wants to utilize the area the forestry's in, but doesn't really want to do either wood chips or whatnot, wants to actually like use some of the carpentry and all that, this thing is amazing. This is the mobile wood container. It's a factory that allows you to pick it up and take it wherever you want to go. And you can, it's basically like a mobile sell wood input for a factory. So if I go to my factories and scroll down to the bottom here, we already have 86,000 liters of wood in this mobile container here. I can run around and just start, boop, boop, just keep running over all these trees and just keep click, 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 just keep on click. Whoa. And apparently throw it around too. It slices, it dices. It even makes mashed potatoes. Claims made on this channel may not always come true. But no, this is, like I said, for those people who are not huge forestry fans, or want to just kind of expedite the forestry aspect, this is by far the best mod out there for you. And look at that. All those trees cut down and picked up in one fell swoop. 139,000 liters worth of stuff. Wow. Wood. Words are hard. Jalen says, sounded like a little kid. He won't play with me, lol. Mashed potatoes bomb, right? With cheese. Oh man, Jalen, now you're talking, bud. Now you're. If we're gonna start getting into food, man, we can really start talking about some good old food. I was just talking about yesterday how I went to Chili's the other day with my two nieces and my daughter and my wife. And we'd all gone out there, and it's incredibly rare that we go out to eat because we try and be relatively healthy, my wife and myself. And we ended up having kind of a family emergency, had to pick up our nieces and went out to, it was just right after dinner time. So we picked them up and it's like, okay, well, we don't want to go home and cook because it's going to take, about an hour, everybody's hungry now. Let's just go and eat. And we threw out, okay, well, let's go to Chili's. There's, tons of them around here. We'll just eat there. And I got really excited because I'm like, oh man, they got those honey chipotle chicken and waffles, and I was really excited to get me some chicken and waffles. And got there and no longer on the menu. I almost wanted to cry. I was so disappointed. And then I ended up getting some chicken strips and French fries. I'm like, oh, this is okay, but I want my chicken and waffles. I wanted my chicken waffles so bad. It sounded so good. But no, alas, I was defeated. Let's see. Jalen says, well, I'm fat for sure. Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Way back in the day, I used to be over, almost 500 pounds at my absolute heaviest. I'm down around 280 now. So one of those where food and I have kind of a love-hate relationship. There we go. Let's just keep on keeping on. Oh yeah, no, I used to be a big boy. I used to be a real big boy. Um, Ended up getting the gastric bypass about 5 or 6 years ago, I think it was. And yeah, at my smallest, I was 240. But it was getting to the point where I was actually starting to get like dizzy all the time, or I just wasn't feeling good, kind of thing. Where I was kind of getting the reverse effect. So I ended up having to put on a little bit of weight as a result. And yeah, and I've kind of reached kind of a happy medium. I wouldn't mind going back down to maybe like 270 ish, give or take. Um, but yeah, about 230, 240 was like my lowest. And uh-oh. Jalen says like 600-pound big boy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, I was definitely up there. Or are you saying that you're like 600? And actually, I see a little miss peering through the window. She is just woken up from her nap, so I'm going to very quickly gather up all these trees here, and then we're going to start winding down. But while we're winding down, let me go ahead because I completely forgot up to this point. Where did I leave the box? Where's the box? What have you done with the box? Oh, there it is. It's over there. What's in the box? What's in the box? That's a good movie. Anyways, let me go ahead and give my shout outs. So, want to shout out my Tier 2 channel members. Thank you so much, Mark K. Greatly appreciate you being a Tier 2 channel member. And if you are interested in being a Tier 2, Tier 1, we've got two of them. Go ahead and check out the link in the description below, or the main channel page has a join button. You can gain access to perks such as early access to edited content such as the Let's Plays and the channel shorts. You also get access to custom emojis and custom badges. That's all for 99 cents a month. You can also get Tier 2, which is exactly what you just heard here, where you get a shout out every single live stream that we do. So if you want to hear your name shouted out, that's at $4.99 a month. Again, I greatly appreciate every single person out there who stopped by today, who's a channel member, who's a subscriber, who's just watching there at home. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I had an absolute blast here hanging out with you all tonight. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. I'll go ahead and do my sign off, and we will get to going. I hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithms enjoy you doing that, shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care.